mtazamaji na karibu kwenye Citizen Alasiri. Mimi ni Franklin Mbugu. Tunaanza na taarifa ya kusikitisha ambako watu wasiopungua 6 wameuawa na radi na wengine kujeruhiwa vibaya.
Reporters have always been credited for the stories they put on air.
But this month, the problem is money is not enough.
But what many do not realize is that it takes more than one individual to create the final product. And that product starts off as an idea, a lead that a reporter will pick up on after getting the go-ahead from the desk that controls what you see on a regular bulletin known as the editor's desk. News editors like the ones you see here are just like any other bosses out there who must lead with purpose and make tough decisions. And most of all, do what all women can do, and that's multitask.
Kwa hakika sio kazi rahisi kama wengi wanavyofikiria. Unapokaa katika chumba chako sebuleni ama sitting room ukipenda, ukiangalia taarifa za habari, watu wengi ufikiria ni rahisi tu, ni kitu ambacho kinapigwa picha kinawekwa kwenye TV, lakini kuna mchakato mrefu sana ambao unafuatwa kabla ya kufikia zile taarifa za kuangaliwa wakati wa habari. Sisi hukutana na kuweza kupanga ni taarifa gani ambazo tutazipa kipaumbele na ni taarifa gani ambazo tutawajuza Wakenya kwa siku hii ya leo. Kwa kawaida kuna kitabu kikuu ama daftari kuu letu ambayo watu wengi huita diary, ambayo ndio huwa na zile taarifa na matukio ya kawaida.
That we should be able to cover it comprehensively. Tell Kenyans, this is happening at this hour, why it's happening, where it's happening, how it happened, who did it, who didn't do it, that sort of thing.
Once the news editor gives the go-ahead, it's all systems go for reporters who must do all they can to get the scoop on that juicy story. But he or she never walks alone. The man with the third eye is always right behind. Take Brian Mutua, for example, who says getting the perfect shot is not as easy as it looks.
You have to always keep your camera rolling. Yeah. So that you don't miss any action, because if you have to say, let me stop the camera, something can happen. Then, within that small time, short span, you miss the story. The whole story has passed you.
Men and women like Brian are not the only people behind the camera. So are the ever-busy librarians who store an endless amount of video footage.
50-60% of the news scripts on air depends on file footage. It takes a lot of time and sacrifice for you to come up with such a big library which has got a lot of collections. More to that, it's devotion, because sometimes you can even work for long hours and you don't mind. So after all that, you just come up with it becomes easy.
And who can forget the people who you call video surgeons, who nip and tuck all day to give you the perfect piece, making sure that the pictures and sound match.
When a reporter goes to the field and comes back with the footage, usually it's just video, maybe of what happened. If it was a riot, just the riot pictures. So when he gets here, he has to do a script, which he does. When he comes here, we have to record the audio, his voice over, and digitize the footage, which is a video, get the video from a tape. So what we do is we help them digitize the footage into the computer and now lay the voice over with the video to make the complete package, which is what you'll see at home.
And once TV's so-called Kenya Bureau of Standards puts their stamp of quality, it's ready to hit the big screen.
You have to differentiate between the right and the wrong, what to show the public and what not to show. What is insensitive, like bloody scenes, like the blast, you don't have to show blood. Yeah, but remember, you're also human. So you are seeing all this, but you have to prevent the viewer from watching this. So you have to weed that out. Another thing, in editing, you will meet all characters. You will find those temperamental reporters, and you'll find the slow ones, the fast ones. You have to be patient. Patience is a virtue, and you have to acquire it.
But before you can catch a glimpse of any story on your daily bulletin, it takes manpower and brains to execute the perfect lineup. As you probably know, the anchor is part of the on-air presence. But he or she cannot bring you the news without key individuals such as the engineers, studio technical operators, soundman, to even the news director. One man in that field of work would be Nick Otieno, the news director. His job is similar to that of a Hollywood director, as he too sits on that commanding chair and gets to shout out words like cut, action, camera 4, roll in.
Once we get the content from editorial, our work is to make sure that we put it on air. By putting it on air means that we get all the edited material from the edit suits, get that material, bring it down to the gallery where we usually direct the production from and make sure that it's a smooth bulletin. Of course, we have a team of about 7 that we usually direct and give directions to, and of course the anchors.
Even as he guides the anchor and technical crew on what to do next, his instructions are echoed through to the transmission room, who finally send that signal out to your screen and into your home.
Stand by TX. Take TX. Well done, guys.
And with that, a news bulletin is created and recorded as another achievement in broadcasting. When it comes to production, be it a TV show or news bulletin, 2 things are certainly required: teamwork and dedication. Thanks to the team right here at Citizen TV and you, we've had another fantastic year. Looking forward to another great year. Thank you as always for keeping it Citizen TV. I'm Shiko Kaittany.